You know, there's something truly special about getting older. The wisdom, the stories, the freedom to do what you love on your own terms. But let's be honest, sometimes our bodies don't always cooperate the way they used to. Maybe you've noticed it's a little harder to keep up with your gardening, or those morning walks feel a bit more challenging than they did a few years ago. But here's the good news. Age doesn't have to slow you down. In fact, with a few simple tweaks to your daily routine, you can keep doing the things you love, whether that's traveling, painting, playing with your grandkids, or just enjoying your independence. That's exactly what we're talking about today. How to stay independent after 80, 5 life hacks to keep doing what you love. These aren't complicated changes, just small, practical habits that can make a big difference in how you feel every day. So, let's dive right in with the first habit, one that might seem obvious, but it's often overlooked. Move your body your way. Now, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights, unless that's your thing. Staying active after 80 is all about finding movements that feel good for you. Maybe it's a gentle stroll around the neighborhood, a seated yoga routine, or even dancing to your favorite old tunes in the living room. The key is consistency. Even just 10 to 15 minutes a day can help keep your muscles strong, your joints flexible, and your energy up. Think of it like this. Your body is like a car. If you let it sit too long without moving, things start to stiffen up. But when you take it out for a little spin regularly, everything runs smoother. And here's a tip. Pair your movement with something you enjoy. Listen to a podcast while you walk, or invite a friend to join you. That way, it doesn't feel like, a chore. It's just part of your day. Stay connected. Your social circle matters. Now, let's talk about something just as important as physical health, staying connected. You've probably heard the saying, no man is an island, and it's especially true as we get older. Whether it's family, friends, or even a weekly card game at the community center, those connections keep us sharp and engaged. But here's the thing. Socializing doesn't have to mean big gatherings or exhausting events. It can be as simple as a phone call with an old friend, a video chat with your grandkids, or even striking up a conversation with the cashier at the grocery store. Those little moments add up. And if you're thinking, well, my friends aren't as mobile as they used to be, that's okay. There are so many ways to connect these days. Online groups, book clubs, or even volunteering. The goal is to keep those conversations flowing, because staying engaged with others keeps your mind active and your spirit young. Keep learning. Your brain loves a challenge. This brings me to the third habit. Never stop learning. Now, I know what you might be thinking. At my age? Really? But hear me out. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it stays. Learning something new doesn't have to be complicated. It could be as simple as trying a new recipe, picking up a book on a topic you've always been curious about, or even learning how to use a new app on your phone. Yes, it's possible, and yes, it's worth it. The beauty of this habit is that it's not about being perfect. It's about staying curious. Maybe you've always wanted to paint, or maybe you'd like to finally understand how those grandkids keep talking about streaming shows. Whatever it is, give yourself permission to explore. You might surprise yourself with how much you enjoy it. Now, we've covered 3 powerful habits so far: moving your body, staying connected, and keeping your mind active. But there are 2 more life hacks that can make a world of difference in staying independent after 80, and they're just as important. So let's keep going. You know, one of the biggest concerns I hear from folks over 80 is this: I don't want to rely on others more than I have to. And that's completely understandable. There's real pride in being able to take care of yourself. But here's the thing. Staying independent isn't just about willpower. Sometimes it's about working smarter, not harder. That brings us to our next life hack, and this one is a game changer. Think about your daily routine for a second. How many little things do you do that might be just a bit harder than they need to be? Maybe reaching for that top shelf where the coffee mugs live, or bending down to plug in the vacuum. Over time, those small struggles add up, and before you know it, they start wearing you down. But here's the good news. You don't have to move or do a big renovation to make your home more comfortable. Sometimes it's the simplest tweaks that make the biggest difference. For example, rearrange your essentials. Keep the things you use every day, your favorite mug, your medications, that book you're reading, within easy reach. No more stretching or straining. Lighting matters. As we get older, our eyes need a little more help. Adding brighter bulbs or night lights in hallways can prevent trips and falls. Grab bars aren't just for the bathroom. A sturdy rail near your bed or even in the kitchen can give you that extra bit of confidence when you need it. And here's my favorite tip. Don't wait until you need these changes. Think of them like an insurance policy for your independence. The easier your home is to navigate, the longer you'll be able to enjoy it on your own terms. Eat for energy, not just routine. Now, let's talk about food, because what you eat plays a huge role in how you feel every day. And I get it. After decades of cooking, sometimes it's easier to just stick with the same few meals. But here's the truth. Our nutritional needs shift as we age, and those quick, familiar meals might not be giving you the fuel you need to. Stay active and sharp. The key? Focus on nutrient-packed foods that keep your energy steady. For example, protein is your friend. Eggs, beans, yogurt, or even a handful of nuts can help maintain muscle strength, which is crucial for staying mobile. Hydration is sneaky important. Sometimes what feels like fatigue is actually dehydration. Keep water handy, and if plain water feels boring, try adding a slice of lemon or a cucumber. Colorful plates win. The more variety in fruits and veggies, the wider the range of vitamins you're getting. Frozen is just as good as fresh, so no pressure to chop if it's a hassle. And here's the best part. Eating well doesn't mean giving up the foods you love. It's about adding in the good stuff, so you've got the energy to keep doing what matters to you. Now, we've covered 5 powerful habits so far: moving your body, staying connected, keeping your mind active, adjusting your home, and eating for energy. But before we wrap up, I want to share one last bonus thought, because staying independent isn't just about the physical stuff. You know, when we talk about staying independent after 80, it's easy to focus only on the practical. Things: exercise, home adjustments, eating right, and those matter absolutely. But there's something else just as important: your mindset. Because here's the truth. How you think about aging shapes how you experience it. The bonus hack: redefine what aging well means to you. Somewhere along the way, society decided that getting older meant slowing down, stepping back, shrinking your world. But who says that has to be your story? Maybe aging well for you isn't about doing everything exactly like you did at 50. It's about finding new ways to enjoy life on your terms. For some, that might mean finally taking that art class they never had time for. For others, it could be downsizing to a cozier home that's easier to manage. And for plenty of folks, it's simply about letting go of the pressure to keep up, and instead savoring each day in a way that feels right. The key is to focus on what you value most, not what others expect. Tired of driving at night? That's not giving up independence. That's being smart about safety. Need to use a cane or hearing aid? That's not a limitation. It's a tool that keeps you out in the world. Every small choice you make to support your well-being is a victory. Because real independence isn't about doing everything alone. It's about having the wisdom to know when to adapt and the courage to keep embracing life. Plus, our bonus mindset shift. Move in ways that bring you joy. Your body thrives on gentle, regular activity. Nurture your connections, conversations, and laughter. Keep your spirit young. Stay curious. Learning new things keeps your mind sharp and engaged. Make your home your ally, Small tweaks can prevent big frustrations. Eat to fuel your adventures. Good food is energy for the life you want to live, and most importantly, define success on your own terms. Look, nobody said getting older was easy, but it can be full of joy, purpose, and yes, independence. The secret? Start small. Pick one thing from today that resonates with you and try it this week. Maybe it's swapping out that dim lamp in the hallway or calling an old friend for a chat. Tiny steps add up to big changes, and I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite tip for staying independent? Or maybe you've got a life hack of your own to share. Drop a comment below. Your idea might inspire someone else. If this video gave you a little boost or a new idea, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We've got plenty more conversations like this coming your way. Here's to you, to your strength, your wisdom, and all the adventures still ahead. Thanks for watching, and remember, every year is a gift, but how you unwrap it, that's up to you.